Sportsman Motorcycle, Top Sportsman, should take us up to our first qualifying session for All-Call Dragster and Funny Car along about 3:30 this afternoon. Our two-wheel competitors coming out, Tracy St. Germain and Larry Moda, going to do their battle. And since Rick knows the Sportsman bike guys here on the West Coast a whole lot more better. Whole lot more better.
We're not changing voices.
We're not changing voices either? Okay. All right, well then here's Rick.
Tracy St. Germain, from San Jose, turns on a red light, left side. Larry Moto, the defending D7 champ with that sparkly 71 on the bike, takes the win. 903, 400 to dial at 145 miles an hour. So the Cowies out first. 960 for Trace after the red light. Kirk Walton from Salt Lake, his Kawasaki, talked to him. He doesn't drive it on the street anymore, but he decided he better come racing. It's a no-bar bike. He's dialed at 1010, and Manny Taylor from Bakersfield going to be chasing him on his GS. So we got a ZX14 left side no-bar bike dialed at 1010. He'll be rolling pretty well down the track, and Manny with 77-77 the side of that GS. We'll try and run him down. We will have a combination of those bikes that use the Pro Tree. Some use the Sportsman Tree, where it goes blink, 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 one at a time. We are able to put those together on either side of the track as the racer needs. Walton is out, and here comes Manny Taylor. Manny Taylor trying to catch that no-bar Cowie. Cannot do it. Walton, your winner, Toyota Lane. 10:27 on 125, 9:11 for Taylor, 1:42. Reaction time. Give up a tenth on the tree. It will not work. Denny out. He will be in the Toyota Lane. His Kawasaki, the underwater welder, dialing at a 788. I always say that, and Unc does too. That's just an amazing occupation. Don Caesar, California State worker, his Gexer, right side from Citrus Heights. He is the no-bar bike. He will lean a little farther over. He's dialed at 904. When you got the wheelie bars, you can sit a little more upright, because the wheelie bars will keep the bike going straight. No bar bikes, you've got to get all that weight forward over the handlebars so it does not come up and over. When they qualified off reaction times. And you'll see helmets turn around. They're looking at the other guy, Here comes Denny, and it will be Denny Alves in the Toyota Lane. Goes around, takes the win. 792 on the 88 at 152 miles an hour. Caesar 907 at 152. Not able to hang on to his handicap start. Miles Howard in the left lane. Number 61. Division 6 Sportsman Motorcycle champ from Mono Island, Washington. His Suzuki RF dialed at 782, while Cahill Woods, the number one qualifier. Las Vegas, his Gexer. He had a 002 reaction time first time, then was perfect. Former Las Vegas champ and former Lucas Oil champ. Ooh, we got us a race. Cahill out. Miles Howard doing the chasing. Can he catch him? Can he do it? Yes, he can. Miles Howard, 783, a hunt over. They were only a thou apart leaving the line. 783 on the 82 at 164. Cahill, 3 hunt off, 843 at 149. Well, he qualified number 1, and that'll get him the opportunity to requalify tomorrow morning. Miles Howard will continue round numero dos. Now here it's Ron Alves from Calusa, Alves Farming. His Kawasaki, former Division 7 champ, dialed at 822, and he's up against another former division champ, Pete McClett from Garberville. His Busa. Pete and Janet, Jordan, seeing if he's helping. He ended up in a super street car. McClett dialed at 865. He's rolling. Here comes Alves. Alves has his work cut out for him right now. McClett turns and looks. McClett hangs on. 868, 3 hunt over at 133 miles an hour. Too quick. Ron Alves trying to catch him with an 818 and 164. He was just flat out late leaving the line. And there is no way to make up that handicap start. All you can do is get close and push a little bit and hope you can make the other rider break out. Didn't happen that time. Cody Compton, Vancouver, Washington. His boost said dialed it at 952 in the Toyota left lane, O'Reilly right side. Sean Connor from Boulder City driving GSXR. He's dialed at 853. And Sean's bike has a tendency to move around the track when it does. Watch him. He'll slide back and forth on the seat, getting control, and he'll move the bike around just like that. It's interesting to watch. Compton out. Here comes Connor, and it will be Cody Compton. They were 3 car apart leaving the line. Compton, 956, 400 over his dial at 134, 859 for Sean Connor. He was 6 over at 149. Need a light? Got to run a number, and I guess that's the story of all the categories in drag racing. Top Sportsman should be in the lanes. Most of you look like you're there and paired. Here's Leo Shaver, left lane from Las Vegas on his Ninja. Former ET champ, former Las Vegas track champ. He's paired with Clayton Howie from Lemoore on his ZX14 down with 891 in the right lane. Yesterday, reaction times all over the board, but today they're staying close. Clayton Howie, your winner, 899 at 130, 896. Leo Shaver well off the dial at 136 miles an hour, making that made a huge amount of difference. You can't run the number, you don't have any hope of winning. Terry Turner, Bakersfield, this Katana, dial at 885. In the left lane, right side, Don DePeel from Gladstone, Oregon. His 74 Cowie will dial at 837. Darian. Move forward and you'll hear him twist the grip. We'll talk about a in a minute. I have a tendency to make funny sounds when they leave the line, then want to explain later. It's Don DePeel in the O'Reilly lane, 840 at 155, 901 for Terry Turner, 139. He did not run the number. When both racers start with crooked numbers in the reaction time, it's one of those that, well, let's have it all together because somebody else take advantage. And here they did. DePeel gave up 11 hundredths on the line and was still able to make up the differences. Terry Turner did not run his number. Rick Newport, 72, finishes runner-up in Division 7 last time. The Matco Tools distributor from Bluffdale, Utah. Former Rocky Mountain Raceway champ, former Las Vegas champ, former Division champ. He's down at 795, paired with Brian Jennings from Martinez. No, that's Martinez. I forget. There's one in Georgia that's Martinez. This is Martinez in California. His Gexer will dial at 899. Go. We're ready. Rick Newport, left side. His Suzuki. Brian Jennings, right side. His Suzuki. Pair of Gexers, GSXRs. Both bikes with slicks and wheelie bars. Brian Jennings, right side. He lit the top bulb. Rick Newport is right there with him. Jennings out rolling, and here comes Rick Newport giving chase. Painter, chased by the Matco Toolman, and it will be the Matco Toolman. Rick Newport, Toyota lane, 795 on a 795, 147 miles an hour. Brian Jennings, 901, a couple off that 899 dial at 140, so Newport will continue on. Dave Wheeler and Gary Oakes paired. Dave Wheeler, 77, finished 7th in this division from Murray, Utah. His ZX14 dialing at 899, while Gary Oakes from Las Vegas, KZ Kawasaki, dialing at 866. The Gary Oakes bike, the slick and wheelie bars. Dave Wheeler, a no-bar bike. Better numbers than we've seen reaction time-wise. Oakes out first, Wheeler chasing him, and Not able to catch Gary Oakes. Gary Oakes, 875 in the O'Reilly lane at 141 for the win, 922, 127 for Wheeler. Both running well off their dial. Now the final pair, it's going to be Eric Jaquith. Queen Creek, Arizona's Hayabusa dialed at 920, and he'll be chased by Tom Medlin on his Gixxer, the black with flames, multiple-time division champ. Jessica helping him. He's dialed at 804. Both of the bar-type bikes, but they are down. They are getting in a swooping position. Whoa, red light by Jakewood. Tom Medlin going to take this win. How close can they run to the dial? Medlin dialed 805. He goes 820 at 162. Jakewood, 920 to dial. He goes 939 after the red light, and that is round one. Sportsman Motorcycle, the top sport. Miles Howler, the D6 champion, according to the ladder, gets a single this round. Yeah. Top alcohol dragster, I think we've got more than one, so everybody else can go ahead and roll them out into the lanes, please. Top alcohol dragster, roll them out, put them in the lanes, please. Miles Howler, the Suzuki RF, 783 is what he predicts that he will run as he's running by himself. Once he stages, he's in good shape. Hops and wiggles, a little move toward the center line, but he brings it right on back and goes 783 on a 783. I'd say he's pretty much where he wants to be. Reaction time, you really don't know from the bikes, because you'll get a big one or you'll get a small one, and you just never really know. So anything in that range is going to be pretty good. Howard with his by run right on the number. Don DePeel from Oregon, going to be in the left side. Right side, he's down to 837. Right side, Pete McClett Jr. from Garberville on his Hayabusa. So it's Suzuki, right side, Kawasaki, left side. 863 for McClett. Make sure we get cleared, and we're clear at the top end. DePeel trying to catch McClett. Can he do it? Can he? Can he? No, not this time. Pete McClett, 865, couple on over. He had a 200ths advantage to line and just parlayed that into the win. 840 for DePeel. He was farther off. And I hope that he couldn't catch him. Maybe he'd push him out. Didn't work. 840 to 156. McClett continues on. Denny Alves and Cody Compton is pairing. Cody from Vancouver. Denny from El Cerrito. Denny, left side. His Kawasaki, dialing at 786. And Cody Compton's Hayabusa dialed at 950. Leaning on. Lights come down. Twist the grip. Crack the throttle. Cody leaves. Here comes Denny. Denny got a lot of way to go. Not going to make it. Cody Compton. 950 dials. He runs 950. 138 miles an hour. 792 for Denny Alves. And again, he's well off. So best reaction time, just stay on your number, and it is there. Two more bikes with the wheelie bars on them. Gary Oakes, his KZ Kawasaki, 866 from Las Vegas Toyota Lane, and Tom Medlin from La Mirada, the multi-time champion, his Gixxer, dialing at 804. Gary Oakes shot out of a cannon as the lights come down, and he goes 876, a tenth off at 142. Tom Medlin, uncharacteristically very late, Runs 8:12 of 163, but he was not going to catch Gary. Gary with a 30 light and Tom later. Now Kirk Walton up from Salt Lake City in his ZX14 right side. No bar bike, and I think he's about the only one of those left in the program. Well, Clayton Howey from Lemoore, his ZX14 has a slick and wheelie bars. Kirk Walton hopping a couple times. Well, the bike is as he goes down the lane. It'd be awkward to do if it were you, the driver, but rider, the bike did. And while he was hopping down the lane, Clayton Howey was going straight down the racetrack and takes the win. 8:94 at 125. Kirk Walton, much better reaction time. Popping up in the air, slows you down, and I was wrong. There was one more no-bar bike. And that is Larry Mota, the defending D7 champion from Orem on his ZX14. While Rick Newport, GSXR, down at 790, lives in Bluffdale, Utah. They all race at Las Vegas this year. An occasional trip to Boise and to Grand Junction. 790, Rick Newport. Going to watch as Larry Mota takes off with his 902 and going to try and catch him. That is a lot of ground to make up. Here comes Rick Newport. Can he get him? No, he didn't catch him. But Larry Mota breaks out, 898, under about 4 hun of 146. 793 for Rick Newport. So the Matco Tool Distributor will continue on, and that's round number 3 of the motorcycles.
Our Sportsman Motorcycle. Getting ready to come up next. Back to tell you all about the bikes because, well, he's been telling you about the bikes all day long because, well, he knows more about the bikes. Yeah. Don't put that on your resume, Rick. All right, here we go. Rick Carlson at Sportsman Motorcycle.
Miles Howard, D6 champ, going to be on the left side. Miles, that's Suzuki RF. 783 the dial, and Pete McClett, his boost from Garberville. Multiple time D7 champ. Jordan McClett pats him on the back. I'm looking around. We still have some of those no-bar bikes. That means they've got a street-type treaded tire. Lean forward, but these are not those. These have slicks. They have wheelie bars. Clett leaves. Oh, left first, but he left first by too much. He turned on the red light. Howard, your winner in the Toyota lane, left side. 787, 4 hun over, 163, 870 for McClett at 149. Eased off a bit on the top end. Saw that it was a lost cause after that red light, ran it out. Fun battle. Racers that really race a lot in Las Vegas. Going to be Rick Newport, his Matco Tools distributor from Bluffdale, Utah, but now races consistently in Las Vegas. GSXR. Gexer dialing at 791. While in the O'Reilly lane, right side, Gary Oakes from Las Vegas at K2 Kawasaki, an 868. When you see a wiggle or a wobble, just kind of watch the body. That moves the bike almost as much as the handlebars. They don't want to move that much. But you can see the wiggle and wobble, kind of the rear end sliding across the seat. Gary Oakes gets the win as Newport turned on a red light in that good-looking Suzuki Gixxer. And Gary Oakes, blue bike with the checkerboard back fender on it, is your winner. 869, a hun over at 150. 791 right on the dial for Newport. Other than that red light. Cody Compton and Clayton Howey. Cody Compton dialing at 949 on his Busa from Vancouver, Washington. That's the Toyota left lane. O'Reilly right side. Clayton Howie and the ZX14, 876. And that's a no-bar bike, and Clayton is leaning way over, but he leaned too far and it went red. A red light. Win goes to Cody Compton. Left side, 950. A hunt over that 949 dial-in at 141 miles an hour. Howie, 877 after the red light. Hunt over. Everybody going down the tracks well, but issues. But leaving a little bit early. Miles Howard, Cody Compton. Miles Howard, division champ, D6. Washington, 787 dial for his Suzuki. Cody Compton, Vancouver, is boosted, dialing at 956. All three bikes remaining. Slicks and wheelie bars. No more bikes are done for this event, but they'll be back tomorrow. Cody out, and chasing his miles. Can the champ beat the other D6 racer? No, he can't. Cody Compton, 968. He was a 10th over at 133, 812. Miles Howard, he had problems, slows it down. We look at the reaction times, and Howard was really off this time. Cody, a good reaction time. So he will come back in the final to meet Gary Oakes out of Las Vegas on his KZ Kawasaki. He dials at 880, pretty much work the reaction time and just clear the track. Yeah, 005, not a bad start. He'll take it through at an 894, so both our finalists have been a 10th off. Gary with a little better reaction time, but both of them O's. Motorcycle final. Cody Compton, the Washington racer, in the Toyota lane. Dialing at 962, Gary Oakes from Vegas, his Kawasaki. KZ, 875. So a Nevada-based KZ Kawasaki, a Washington-based Suzuki Hayabusa. Both are bar bikes with a big white treadless tire behind them. Some people call it a slick. Red light by Cody Compton. Gary Oakes will take the win. Gary will look at the time slip, but it's one of those. He said, well, I guess I'm lucky this one. He wins 888 at 148. Gary Oakes, the motorcycle champ. Cody Compton, red by a bunch, then runs 960 on his 962 dot.